Well, let's take a look at what is happening in the markets. And we start off with the JSE that just closed. And the JSE's runway of gains is getting longer. The local bourse now trading over the 200,000 mark. And the all share on the day up by almost 1%. And of course, we have had in economic data positive news with retail sales in June climbing 1.6%. We do have the industrial 25 leading in those gains. Of course, we've seen Naspers and Process posting really good gains today on the back of 10-cent results that surprised to the upside. So the industrial 25 climbing by almost 2%. Financial 15 popping by more than 1%, but backing that trend is the resources 10 complex with a decline of 1/3%. Let's take a look at what is happening in the US markets, and those markets continuing to push higher. Of course, investors trading on optimism of a Fed rate hike, potential rate hike next month. And of course, this is after the cooler than expected inflation print for July that we saw yesterday. So a sea of green, S&P 500 up by almost 1/5%. The tech-heavy Nasdaq only 0.06% above that flat line, and the Dow popping by more than 0.75%. Let's check in on the markets across the Atlantic, and we are seeing that positive optimism filtering through to those markets as well. The FTSE 100 with a gain of more than 0.1%, the CAC 40 climbing almost 0.7%, and the DAX lifting by almost 0.6%. Let's check in on what is happening on the currency scene and start off with how the Rand is doing against some of the major currencies. The Rand remaining stable against the US dollar, pretty strong at 17 rands 50, against the pound at 23 rand 76, and against the euro at 20 rand 51. Let's check in on how the other currency pairs are doing, starting off with the euro dollar at 1.17, pound dollar at 1.35, and the yen just above 147 against the greenback.